Today we have some unusual multi-tools, and then we will talk about some more usual multi-tools. But let's go ahead and talk about the Gerber Devour first, which is a multi-fork. Now, it says on here there's 9 tools. It's corrosion resistant, texture grip, 1 ounce, food safe material. Then it also has this multi-tool sort of stuck to the back of it, which is a little different. Let's go ahead. I'm going to use this Excalibur multi-tool. I have had one of these, and then I did a cutting test, and I think I almost ruined the multi-tool. This one comes with the can opener, screwdriver, bottle opener. It has these fold-out pliers that fold out like that. It does have some almost like modularity to it. So you'll notice it has that Gerber designed system where it's out the front, or something we think about with Gerber. Let's go ahead and use this side. There's a knife on that side. And then I'm trying to figure out how these come out. So I finally figured it out. You have to take this tool out first, and then there is a pretty much like a very fine wood saw. And then this is what I was talking about, almost like a little modular tool. So after you have the saw, when you want to put this file back in place, actually fits this way, and then it fits back over that pivot. On the inside is this Phillips, and I believe it does accept perhaps some of the adapters. So here is the Gerber 1/4-inch adapter, and yes, it does fit right on there. So this tool is around $20 on Amazon. It has since disappeared, but this is one of those tools I wouldn't mind seeing come back. It's not a fantastic tool, but it's not too bad. Pretty good for how cheap it is. All right, now let's talk about the Gerber Devour. Now, I have never seen this before in person. Now, it looks like this is a piece of rubber. All right, and then it just comes out like that. Now, on this tool, let's see, Gerber always says there's all kinds of things this does. So it talks about the serrated package opener at the top. You can see that. Can opener, then the bottle opener, and then they always talk about these as a flathead driver small, and then flathead driver large. I guess there's a little bit different size. To me, they look almost the same size there at the bottom. And then your pry tool right here in the middle. But yeah, so this is what Gerber is doing. They're attaching this little tool to the back. And then it actually naturally acts as like a finger rest when you're using the spoon. I actually do think that is very clever. This is very lightweight. So looking further, I saw that this is anodized aluminum, and the onyx is the color. Then with the spoon, they talk about the textured handle. I really do like that. And then the dual flat cut scrape edges, deep basin spoon, and long tine fork. And then further on, they say that you can actually use this to rest this like secure on a pot, I guess, put it on the side so it doesn't fall in. I know a lot of times you can try to prop a spoon in something that always falls in, like baked beans. You have to dig around for it, which can be really annoying. Then also you can elevate this off the ground so it doesn't get dirty. I really think that's clever, to be honest. Yeah, so I think I will actually be using this spoon, taking it to work, using it at home, or maybe using it when we go on trips. But that's very clever. I really like how lightweight it is, and it's not got a ton of extra functions. You can take this off the back if you don't want to have it, but that's pretty clever. Currently on Amazon, this is $18.44. I'll leave that up to you whether you think that's a good deal or not, but I do like a lot of the design features Gerber has put into this. Now, this next tool from Gerber is the Compleat. Now, this is a plastic tool. It's not aluminum like the other one. And the nice thing about this is that you can fold this a lot more compact. Now, it does still have this feature where you can set it off the ground, where because of this it can sit on the edge of a pot, but they do talk about how it's easy to fold and then fasten. It's lightweight. They really don't talk about many other features, texture, grip, and lightweight. but I do think this is an interesting design from Gerber. Now, I was trying to figure out why they call this a multi-fork, but I guess it's because you can use it as a fork, and then on the side they say you can scrape it, use it as a spoon, maybe to some extent almost like a spatula. So I was reading more about this on Amazon. It's 7.4 inches open. Then when you close it, it's 4.3 inches. The total weight is 0.58 ounces. So it is very light. They talk about the deep basin spoon, the kickstand, which we've already talked about, the textured handle, how you can fold it, and then the lanyard handle here on the end. That is, I guess, a little bit what sets it apart from this one. It does have that lanyard hole, and then of course this is plastic and it doesn't have the extra multi-tool. But other than that, it is a couple dollars cheaper at $12.04 at the moment. Now, I've noticed that many multi-tool companies are branching out into a lot of outdoor gear. So Roxxon has some excellent barbecue tools. I have reviewed those in the past. They have a really nice knife and fork set also that I have reviewed. And then Nextool has some, I believe, hatchets and outdoor gear, and they may also have some utensils, but Gerber is definitely jumping into the market with pretty much full utensil sets with plates and I think a bowl and so forth. So make sure to check out some of the other gear that these multi-tool companies sell. So the next tool we have is called the Multitasker Twist. This is a fascinating tool. There are some of these that say Multitasker on it. Some say Kimber. They do come, I believe, in silver and black. You can even find some of these, I believe, on AliExpress, and then they're sold on different websites. Now, this right here is pretty much one of the only tools left of the Multitasker group. They have some smaller tools, but this is the main large tool that they make. They do not make any of the plier tools anymore, but this is interesting in that it is a pen-based firearms maintenance tool. So you'll notice you have your 1/4-inch bit driver. This is made, I think, out of aluminum. Then you have all these bits that come with it, the hex bits, Torx bits, Phillips, and 2 flat bits. These are magnetic, or there is a magnet inside. Now on the bottom of this tool, there are 3 tools in here that are housed under this, and then they screw into the bottom. Let's go ahead and screw this back into place. One of the first things we have is this 3/32 pin punch. That can screw in. You can use that. Then it easily unscrews. There is the brass dental pick, and then there also is the, I believe it's called the radial scraper, or the radial carbon scraper is what it's called. So there are 3 different cleaning tools housed under here. They're very easy to put on. And then you can also store them. Put the cap back on, and you're pretty much, it looks like almost like a black marker. I really like how it is so compact of a kit. Now, even the pocket clip is designed to act as a flat screwdriver at the bottom. At the top, you'll notice that this is a little different, but that is for the aim point red dot. It's a sight turret adjuster, M16A2 style. So that is there. You can see where it says up, right, some instructions. I think this is a pretty neat little kit. This one will run you around $70. I think I got it about half price on eBay, so I went ahead and picked it up. Pretty cool little tool. I really wish that the Multitasker plier tools would come back. I think it's always great to have more options on the multi-tool market, but I am happy that this is still around. Now, I do think this is probably made overseas. I don't think it has quite maybe as good a quality as it used to, but it still seems to be okay. It says it's built to last on their listing, and then it says it's made of 6061 T6 aluminum with military type 3 hard coat anodized finish. Pretty neat little tool. Now, I think I've reviewed this tool, but I wanted to go over it really quickly because it is marked down to $23. So I know some of you guys hunt for bargains for multi-tools. This is one of those tools that is sort of a chunky tool, but it has locks on it, and it's got a pretty durable bit driver and spring load pliers. Look at this side. all outside opening tools, serrated blade, saw, can opener, awl, screwdriver, bottle opener. Knife, the scissors, gotta be careful not to puncture myself with a knife there. Then the double-side bits, and I think the bits for this are in a sheath and I have that somewhere else, but I do believe it comes with a pouch that you can put it in. Opening the pliers, these are spring-loaded pliers with replaceable wire cutters. Now, I will go ahead, let's do a test on these. Sometimes these coated scissors are not near as good as some of the other ones. Let's go ahead and do a test with the scissors. These are actually very good. Well, I thought they were. Let's see. Now with the scissors, sometimes it seems like they cut and they're very sharp, but it seems like I'm having an issue cutting all the way through the paracord, but what they do cut, they cut pretty well. Let's go ahead, collapse this. I do think a lot of times the silver version will work better, so I think there are several versions of this tool and some of them are uncoated, and that's probably the way to go. This knife seems extremely sharp out of the box. Very, very sharp, so definitely be careful of that. But overall, for $23, I think this is a pretty good tool. Now, what I wanted to show you guys on the screen, you'll see that they actually make a holder for this, or a tool very, very similar to this, and it fits in the Toyota. So I thought that was sort of fascinating how it fits right in the side of certain Tacomas, the 4Runner as well. So that is something you might want to look into. Perhaps I've mentioned this in the past, but I wanted to bring this back to your attention. I do think that is a little fascinating. Now, just to be clear, this is not the same tool in the picture. I think it's very similar in size, but I'm not for sure, so you would have to double check that. But a lot of the tools do look similar, and the tool does look similar that's in the picture. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope you've enjoyed all these multi-tools that I've reviewed. Let me know if there's another one that you would specifically like me to review, and I'll see you in the next one.